Hi, I wanted to give you some feedback. There's just a few here that maybe were turned in late or what have you, so I'm combining these. Tanisha, you did a better job. I know that there was some confusion there, and that happens. You're not the first to do that. So I'm going to go through your newer site. Make sure not everything is working. This has to be entered, all of this text, because it's not actually searchable. It's a picture of words. So we don't have PDFs for the menu, all right? And that's great that you've made these link up. That's really great. And they look good. Same thing with locations. This is not linked to your schedule. You're going to put the schedule. This is your contact form. This is going to need a little bit of a drop shadow, right, to stand up. There's not enough contrast. Same here. This may not be working. You know, I don't know how much time you have, but if you're in Photoshop, you would probably carry this over and get rid of that. Or relocate things, all right? Let's see. So yeah, you need the locations. And this you can see is overlapping. Maybe it's not doing it on your browser, but it is on mine. And I've checked it. I'm at the actual size. So you're just going to have to create pages for these instead of drop-down menus, because it's too hard for someone to find, and they would have to go here and guess what's down here. Okay, so they wouldn't know exactly where to look. All right, logo needs to be a little bigger. This looks great. Story needs to be cut down to about 3 paragraphs and left aligned always. And you can take this period off because it's not a complete sentence. But it's looking good. The colors are working. We don't have a blog up here. And I don't think it's going to the blog. So this needs to be disabled. Okay. Okay, so that button also needs to be disabled. Okay, so you have 2 contact pages, so make sure you just use this one and get rid of the other one. Make sure that you don't have sites inside of sites. So that's a biggie. Get rid of this. Close up that space. You're going to shorten that. Okay, all doable. You can do this. I would start with first eliminating any pages you don't need, and then go back and do the rest. Okay, take all that out. All right. Okay, and then enter all your text, your locations and your menus. Really big, important parts. Okay. All right, Rachel, let's watch the clipping here. It happens all the time, but it can be fixed. And I want you to simplify your colors. Just use this blue here, okay, and here if you're going to do that. Next, I want you to simplify your text. Only have 2. So I think if you're going to have a script, you need to have something that is a sans serif, you know, so we don't have these strokes and narrow strokes here. It will read better and it will look better together. I don't mind this so much once you get those colors worked out. And remember, people are looking for blocks, quarters. This is okay. I like that it's a still and it's not moving, which would slow your site down. But here we get choppy. Okay. Again, same font we want to continue with, and we want to, let's take this out and this out. If you're going to have this full screen, then you want it full screen for the rest of everything. This, of course, is being cut off, so we don't want to do that. Colors, this is a hard template to work with. It seems like it would make sense because of the fish, but it's really not easy because the headers are so big. I would probably eliminate this, except you need this, but maybe I would take the top part off and narrow this. Simplify your fonts. I like this also. It's hard to read this font. I don't mind this one so much. It's over a darker section. It would be cool if you could, if you were really doing it for a client, you would go back and you would put this in Photoshop and you would darken it like this. And then it might be all right. But see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This may be the same. I don't think so. Fonts. So we've got to just have one font for headers and one for body copy. But this works. There. A little hard to read there. And not legible here. But see, what you have here is you've got this canvas and then you go to the full screen. So I don't like how that happens. I would rather it be this all the way down. So like get rid of this. That would work better for you. Let's, streamline your fonts. But this I like, and that's really cool. You're really close, but some things have to be eliminated and cleaned up. This is okay. It needs to, again, I think, one place, stop, or maybe it would be nice if these were transparent, somewhat transparent. Try that out and see how that works for you with this particular background. Okay, I think you might like it. I just don't like how these suddenly go wide. I do like the way you're using your backgrounds. I really do. I like the choices, and I like that you aren't using video. And these look great. They're not aligned. Okay. But the images are beautiful. This, of course, is not San Diego. And keep in mind, San Diego has rocky beaches. It's not like the swaying palm trees that we think of. And this is just too much like the template. I would rather stop right here. Okay, that looks fine. Okay. Again, we've got lots of header, but no content. So we need to get into the content. But you've cut it down nicely. This isn't working for me because I feel like it's part of your aesthetic, that you've got the ocean and outdoors, and then I'm in a city. So that I'm not crazy about. This, I'm not sure you need it for this amount of text. But if you do use it, close this up and make this more in your blues. Okay? Color correct that. And this, I think you should just take out. If you want to have this in a footer, that's great. And a contact page over here. Move the FAQ to the end with the contact after that. So the menu is certainly more important than the news or a lot of these other things. And here you've got that canvas again, but it's going to do it. I just know. There it goes. Stop it right here. I like it. It looks good. Need more padding here. This is a different blue, but that's okay. It's not the biggest thing. Again, another blue, and we don't really have your contact info here. Okay. We have it down here, but we're having to scroll for it. Let's keep with the same blues. You're going to like it once you make some of these changes. Have any questions? Would probably be with the FAQ or not at all. You can say, questions here, and then let's just stop there. So not so much on this page. I mean, maybe you want that behind it, but you'd really have to drop it back a lot. And this can go at the bottom. That's going to go in your locations. It's not going to go with your contact. All right, so we want to get straight into one page for your contact. Okay, so maybe it's this dropped back with your contact info over it. Okay, all right. I'm excited to see where you go with this, all right? Thank you, guys. It's hard to get back to everybody after I've already moved on from the class video, so next month I won't be giving class video for late work, and if you have me in web design, that'll be the case too, so keep that in mind. That said, good job, and I hope to see these changes, all right?